Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a product review on this new cookware set that I purchased. It is a 6-piece super non-stick cookware set that I ordered off, you guessed it, Amazon.com. And it is by a company called, I would say Kutime or Kutime. I'm going to go with Kutime. And one thing I want to note about this product is that it has healthy ceramic coating. So it is non-stick, but it does not contain any of the harmful chemicals, such as PFOA, which are things that are harmful when they get heated. And obviously, if we're cooking with the set, we are going to heat it up. And so I try to buy and purchase cookware. I'm actually in the process of changing out my cookware with pots, pans, and things that do not contain the chemicals that can be harmful to us when they are released. And a lot of times these chemicals are released, like I said, when they are heated, sometimes just to a certain temperature. So every time you cook with them, it may not release them, but if you hit usually the 400 degree or higher, is when things start to be released. So I just prefer not to cook with items that have those chemicals in the coating to start with. The chemicals, these sets are free of PTFE, PFOA, lead, and cadmium free. So those are all some of the chemicals that are commonly found in some of the cheaper non-stick cookware. So you guys have probably heard about Teflon. If you are not aware of Teflon, I would just recommend that you do some research on Teflon, which is one of the major non-stick and just companies in general. They have tons of products, a lot of products that use non-stick coatings, not just in cookware, but any other types of products that have non-stick. Used Teflon, especially when it first came out, because Teflon was a big deal with creating the whole concept of nonstick coating. However, we have now found out that there are some links to some of those chemicals to cancer, and that's the main reason why it's kind of like cigarettes. Like, it's not a direct link every time, but we do know that those things, or continued exposure to those chemicals, can possibly lead to cancer. So I would just recommend that you do look up, if you're not familiar with any of these things, PTFE, PFOA, cadmium, and also Teflon. So Teflon, you're probably familiar with, is a brand, very common household name, that you look up those things and see why there is some controversy over whether or not they are really safe for us, especially if we are exposed to them at high levels. Meaning, if it's cookware that you're using and you're cooking a lot, it will eventually seep into the food, or possibly seep into the food. So that's where the concern is coming from. There's also a documentary on Netflix. I believe there's one called The Devil We All Know. I watched that particular documentary, and it talks about Teflon, and as well as the production factory, and some impacts that it had on the environment around where the company was placed. So I would recommend that documentary on Netflix, and also I would recommend just doing your own independent research and making your own decisions for what's best for you and your household when it comes to purchasing items with not only nonstick but any other items that may contain lead, PTFE, or PFOA. And like I said, a lot of times it's not just, for those items having those things in them that make them dangerous, but it's continued exposure. So if it's something you're going to be using, like if you cook frequently like I do on a regular basis, then your chances of exposure is a lot higher than maybe someone who maybe cooks, say, just on the holidays or special occasions. Like if you're only going to use some cookware maybe for Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just major holidays every now and again, chances are it's not going to be as impactful to you versus someone who's using these things on an almost daily basis. So that's why I said you really have to just do the research and make the decisions based on your family and your needs and your usage. But either way, I think it's good to be educated on the topic regardless. So that was some of the things about that. So that's one thing that attracted me to this set is the fact that it did not contain those chemicals in the nonstick coating, because we all like the nonstick coating. So we just have to find a healthier way to do that and go about that. Now, another thing is that usually, like anything else, when it's healthier for us, which seems to be a little bit ironic, when it's healthier for us or better for us, it usually costs more to make. Hence why we end up with all these things with all these random chemicals in it, because it's a lot cheaper to use materials and chemicals like that when you're producing these products. So a lot of times, one of the things that may prevent some people from purchasing such items is the price. But this wonderful set here is actually pretty affordable. And again, this can vary based on what you would consider affordable. What I paid for it, I will say that I purchased from a site that I use, where I can get discounts on certain items on Amazon. Now, I'm not sponsored by this company or by Amazon or anybody else for doing this review, so I'm just telling you what I do. I just do product reviews on the items that I purchase from that site from time to time, and that's kind of what my blog, Late Nights, Early Mornings, was originally based on, was just product reviews based on certain things that I purchased from Amazon that I were made aware of through the website. So with this site, I just want to get back to the affordability here before we get into it. And this was just delivered today, by the way. And today is Saturday. And when you guys see it, it will be Monday. But it was delivered today, which is Saturday. It came in a much larger Amazon box, and then this is the actual box that the products are in. So for this item, I only paid, it's valued at $125.99. So that's how much this would cost you if you do not have any special discounts or anything going on with it. However, I only paid $63. Well, with tax and everything, $66.77 with my discount from the website that I purchased or saw this on, because I did order it again through Amazon. So that is why I thought it was a great deal. And if you look at it, and we'll see it up close in just a moment, it does kind of remind me of the Keflon set in terms of the color scheme with the gray and the kind of copper looking coating, so, or the orangey looking coating, nonstick coating. So I will say that's what it made me think of when I looked at it. And again, these are pots and pans, stainless steel handles, and they also come with a bonus set of utensils, and it's supposed to be easy to clean. This set is, or these pots and pans are appropriate for using in the oven, gas ranges, and also induction. So I'm not sure about electric for those who may still have an electric stove. That information can be found probably online or on the manufacturer's website. I have a gas stove, so that's why I got this set. It will work fine. And just some more information that's on the side of the box here. It says, to protect the composite bottom, please avoid excessive fire, and also add a little oil into the pot first. So a lot of nonstick coating, we think nonstick, so we don't tend to put anything in it. What I do, or I've gotten in the habit of doing with my pots and pans with the nonstick surfaces, is just dumping a little olive oil as my oil of choice. But if you have like Pam or some other kind of spray, just some kind of nonstick coating, you may want to just put just a tad bit, like probably a teaspoon or less. Just toss some in there, and that helps with the keeping it from burning, especially if you're going to be cooking something that you do want to get like a blackened effect on. That helps preserve the nonstick coating. All right, so let's get into it. I think we covered all the basics here. Before I do open it and show it to you, I'll just tell you here what is inside. Trying to back it up here so you guys can see. So it has one 3.8 quart stock pot, one 2.9 quart saute pan, one 1 quart saucepan, one 2 quart saucepan, an 8x7 fry pan, and an 11-inch fry pan. So those are all the cookware pieces that are inside, and yes, the lids are included with this set. And I also get a bonus of utensils, so there are 4 utensils included in here as well, which we will see. And these are those utensils will also be good for the non-stick, using on the non-stick surface. I was watching a YouTuber the other day, and she was cooking with in some non-stick cookware, but she was using a metal utensil to, I think, like stir or whatever she was doing in her pan on the stove, and she ended up destroying her non-stick coating. And she didn't realize that with non-stick surfaces, especially with the cookware, you're not supposed to use metal utensils, or that it can scratch up your non-stick surface. So in case you are like that particular YouTuber, she has since learned that now, because I think our viewers did let her know, like when she talked about how she had destroyed that cookware, they were telling her that she should not be using metal utensils with that. Whenever you use anything that's non-stick, it is highly recommended that you use like plastic, or I have bamboo as well, so like the wooden or plastic utensils like spatulas and such, because it does protect your surfaces from damage and from scratching. So just be careful when you are using them, or if you're new to the non-stick world. So we'll go through this box together. The lids are on top, I can see that. I do want to showcase this nice little book that it came with. It's actually a catalog with some more information, and it does contain some recipes, so I am so excited. It just gives you a little info about the cookware set. This is what I have here. And it just tells you the same information I read in terms of what is included, and gives you a little more information about the company. The pans have 3-layer bottoms, which means it makes food evenly and fast heating, compatible with gas, ceramic, and induction cooktops. The stainless steel handles, heat dispersing, attached with non-corrosive rivets. They are oven safe. Your lids, I'll go ahead and lift those up so you guys can see. There's 2 of the lids. Here's one of the utensils. So this is what I mean by like the plastic utensils versus the metal. And here's another one here, the spatula. You can see the lids. If I can get one out. It's very well packaged. So you can see here. You can see it's pretty good. It's not heavy, but it's good, and it's not super cheap and flimsy, but it is a good weight, as you can see. This is heavy gauge stainless steel rimmed glass lids, I cannot talk tonight, sorry, precision fitting. And they give it of course, a classy and professional look. Premium ceramic coating, super non-stick, easy to clean, and no harmful substances. And that's for the inside of the pots and pans. And I'm just reading that information again from the manual that comes with it. And it does include a couple of recipes that you can try, and they actually look pretty tasty, so I will definitely be trying one of those. And then there's a few Q&As or common Q&As that you might have about this particular set. One question is, we kind of address, is oil needed on non-stick pans? And it says yes, a little oil or butter is needed to avoid non-stick coating damaged by dry burning, and also avoid excess fire to protect the bottom. So yeah, like I said, just put a little olive oil or whatever your non-stick oil of choice is or butter, just to help the coating, protect the coating from any damage. Is it suitable for oven heating, gas burn, induction, dishwashing? It is suitable for gas, induction, and the oven. It can be used in the dishwasher, but they do not recommend it. So for me personally, with my non-stick stuff, I do hand wash all of my pots and pans that are non-stick. because that does help to preserve the coating. You can put it in the dishwasher, but a lot of times it weakens the effectiveness of the non-stick coating when you use the dishwasher. So most non-stick pot cookware will recommend that you hand wash. So I just do all of mine like that. In terms of washing it, make sure you let it cool before you wash it. Wash with hot soapy water and dry it completely with a soft cotton or linen towel. Do not use stainless steel wire balls or wire brushes. So like if you're like me, I like SOS pads. So like if something should not get stuck or burnt there too bad, but just in case, in the event that it does, make sure that you just let it soak versus using, pulling out the steel wool SOS pads or Brillo pads. Don't use that because it can damage the non-stick coating once again, because essentially those are like metal. This is just another lid here. All right, here's our first pot. We can see up close, this is a nice coating there. It's nice and smooth and shiny. You can see everything is nice and sturdy. Got my handles. If you can't see that writing there, it's just the brand name here. They also have the holes in them, so for those people who may have a really fancy kitchen where you're able, or something that you're able to hang your pots and pans on, you can definitely do that with these. So this is one of the saucepans. I'll just put that over there. Another lid here. Just want my larger pans. Again, I just want to say these are very well packaged. As you can see, they are not damaged. And these are not super heavy. It's pretty lightweight. I actually probably have some pots and pans that are similar to this, but they are heavier. So I do appreciate the fact that they are kind of lightweight, yet still a good quality. I'm not sure I said this is a saucepan. This is actually the stock pot there. This is one of the saucepans here. And again, it has the holes for hanging. If that's your thing. That's just a piece of plastic there. And just stacking all these things. Again, I'm going to put the top on one of these just so you guys can see what it looks like all together. This is the stock pot with the lid on, just so you guys can get a full view of what it looks like here. That's a perfect fit there. Another is a spatula, so another utensil. And really, I'm just weeding through a bunch of cardboard and plastic. As you can see, everything's individually wrapped. I love it. I believe this is this lid for this particular item. You can see it also has the hole for the steam if you are cooking something where it can release the steam. So again, I love those. Another saucepan here. Again, smooth surface. These are a frying pan coming up. The smaller of the two. Alright, and the last cookware piece, the larger frying pan here. This is the 11-inch. And these handles are very sturdy too, as you can see. It has a good, you can get a good grip on it. My only thing that I have to complain about in terms of the design of this cookware is the handles are not padded in any way. And from my experience, I do have another set of cookware that is similar with the handles. They do get hot sometimes depending on what you're cooking in the house on the stove, especially if, say, you may have a second eye on, like if they're side by side and the handle is facing that second eye. Sometimes it catches the heat from that and it will get, it can get hot from that. And that's my only complaint, I guess you could say, about that, is that it does not have any kind of padding or cushioning. But I mean, that can be easily resolved by just using a pot holder or something when you are lifting the handles or lifting it off the stove, especially when you're talking about with the stock pot here. You probably want to use something to grip those handles if you're cooking on the stove, because from my experience, those things can get hot. All right, the last thing in the box is the fourth utensil, which I'm actually glad that this came with it, because I only have one of these, and I could use one for when I make my chili or other things in the crock pot. So yeah, these are also very thick, cushiony here. And these also have the holes where you can hang if you need to. I usually keep mine, I have a big jar thing on my holder on my counter, but these are also hanging options, which I like as well. So it's a good sturdy, these are plastic, and then, or I'm sorry, not plastic, but the what do you call it, can't even remember the name right now, it's escaping me. But plastic would melt in heat, and these are not going to melt, but they all have the rubber grip. So this was like a bonus, the 4 utensils here. And they also all have different color handles, which I like, because I'm a person who likes colors. And this is all for them together. There we go. So good size, good grip, and these will be good for your surfaces in your pots and pans, because they will not scratch them up. And obviously you can use it with any non-stick set of pots and pans. It wouldn't just have to be limited to this particular set. But I just wanted to showcase those, because it is, I'll be taking that down to the recycling room soon. Most of this is all cardboard, so it is recyclable. But again, I just want to showcase this set, because it is, I think, a really good deal. Like I said, from my particular site, I got a discount, so I only paid $66 for everything that you just saw here. And it's definitely, I can tell that these are decent quality. I got the bonus utensils, and I can't wait to utilize these pots and pans. And I'm going to wash them first. I always wash my pots and pans whenever I purchase them from a store or get them in a set before using. And again, you just use warm soapy water, hand wash. Do not use, they can be used in the dishwasher, but that tends to mess up the effectiveness of the non-stick coating. Silicone is what these are made of. That's the word that I'm looking for. Silicone. These are silicone utensils. The question here in the frequently asked questions in the handbook says how to avoid non-stick coating falling off. It says please use plastic, silicone, or wooden utensils. So I also have bamboo utensils that I use as well. So bamboo or silicone is usually what I use when I'm working with my non-stick cookware. So I just want to showcase these things. Again, this is the Kutime 6-piece super non-stick cookware set, and you also get the bonus for utensils. It comes with the 1 sauce pot, 1 2.9 quart saucepan, a 3.8 quart stock pot, a 1 quart saucepan, a 2 quart saucepan, and an 8.7 inch fry pan and an 11-inch fry pan. All of that is included. The pots all come with lids, which also have, they all have the space for the steam to escape if you are cooking something, so that it will not, the pressure won't build up too much. And again, this retails, or this value is at $125.99. It is purchased on Amazon. I will link it below if you're interested. And like I said, you may be able to get a special discount on this particular set. I was able to get one, and like I said, I purchased $66. Purchased this set for $66.77. That was with tax. And it is a Prime. It is fulfilled by Amazon, so therefore, if you're a Prime member, you can get this package in, 2 days delivery in most cases. With the free shipping, the free Prime shipping, 2-day delivery. So yeah, that is my product review. Please make sure that you check out my blog, Late Nights, Early Mornings. I will have it linked below, and you can see more product reviews from items that I purchased off Amazon, as well as some other items that I have purchased that I like, such as beauty, clothing, all types of things. And also follow me on my social media outlets where I do post updates, especially when I'm doing things like cooking. I will be doing more updates with these pots and pans once I actually put them to use, which will probably be in the next week or so. I'm in the process of reorganizing some things in my kitchen, including getting rid of pots and pans that are either old and worn out or scratched up, or if they do contain the harmful coating and they've been used quite a bit, I may go ahead and toss those out. Or if there's some that I just don't feel comfortable using, I may donate them, so it's not to waste them. I may send them to Goodwill if they're still, barely used or like new. And that's, like I said, a personal choice for me. I would just, again, highly recommend that you, one, watch the documentary on Netflix called The Devil We All Know, and also just do your research on the nonstick coating, such chemicals they included in nonstick coating, such as PTFE and PFOA. These are all very common. Also look up Teflon and look up the potential dangers that they could have. I'm not saying that one thing is or is not. So that's why I said it's up to you guys to do your own research and find out what's best for you and your family. All right. Thanks again for watching.